This is the Maitland History Museum. It also includes the Telephone Museum. The building was built in 1925. They have temporary exhibits, but the Telephone Museum is the only one of its kind in Florida. And we're going to take a look at these places. Come join us. And the exhibit is on the Seminole Indians of Florida. Some of the artifacts and history of those Indians. Some traditional Seminole Indian clothing. It's a palmetto sitting basket from the early to mid 20th century. This is a carved powder horn from the 19th century. Some detail on that. This is Cattle Herd by Johnny Montgomery. Battle of Lake Okeechobee by Johnny Montgomery. Another painting by Johnny Montgomery. Gula Basket Weaver by Johnny Montgomery. This is a photo of Seminole Indians, and it's courtesy of the Ata Tiki Museum in the Everglades. And this is the Telephone Museum. It is the only telephone museum in the state of Florida. I'm going to take a tour of the museum. Okay, so these would be glass insulators.
Yes, sir.
And these tools we use for digging the holes to place a telephone pole. And different tools used to fix telephones. This is a telex machine. This is a teletype and teleprinter. This dates to 1963. And these are some fine telephones that date back to about the 1910s. And some rotary telephones. Some more examples of rotary phones. Some of them are missing the dials. There's an interactive display of phones. Yeah, hello? Well, this is how you would dial it.
Yeah.
And then you let go. I remember this from my childhood. 7 times.
So those phones will only call each other.
Oh, these phones will call each other in here.
Yeah,
Okay,
they have a
that's interesting.
2-digit number in the center of their rotary.
Okay, and this is the inside electronics of a switching board. And the first phones with multiple lines. They have light up buttons. Okay, and this is called a small town machine made by the Autocron Corporation, and this is what you would call if you wanted to set your watch or clock at home by the local time, and you call the number and it says at the tone the time will be. And this machine would handle that responsibility. This is a old switchboard from the 1920s made by Magneto Technology. And the operator would plug in these lines into the slots to connect people calling. And this is what it would look like when the operator connected a call. This is a common battery switchboard, and this dates back to the 1930s. The same idea, the plugs into the slots. And Western Electric, they came out with their 550 series in 1948, and it was used popularly as a switchboard in the United States during the 1950s. This is a larger switchboard. These are some old wooden telephone booths. They would have probably been in a lobby inside of a hotel or business. And it's the rotary type. And this rotary phone also has a connected telephone book. This is a countertop payphone. Got the coin slot, and it looks like it's a type of rotary phone. And several payphones. The one on the right has a push button that would be used up until recent times, through the 90s and the early 2000s. A rotary phone, and another push button. This is the switching room. Is this where the switchboards would be operated by this, or connected to this? Or?
Actually, at this point, the switchboards are replaced by the switchboard itself. This is going to be much larger base, citywide. So
Right,
there's
this-
switchboards at this point.
All right, so this is for a large city operation.
Yeah. By now we're in the 1960s.
Okay, so this would be a 1960s era switching room.
63.
Okay, so this particular switching room was designed in 1963. A lot of copper spools. Here's the mechanisms, gears in operation.